So let me begin by saying that I don't think there is anyone in this room who was not affected in some way by COVID. And it was so significant, so devastating in so many ways. And yet, we have reason to be extremely proud because our country stood out in its capability to handle a crisis that completely wiped out many, many other countries. And if you ask me how, I will truly begin by saying it was the masterful management of the situation by our Prime Minister and the government. To start with, who has ever heard in the world the concept of a people's curfew? And if anyone has wondered why was that people's curfew important, it gave us the critical time for the hospitals to gear up, the systems to gear up, and to prevent the spread. During that period, hospital design was looked into, extension of manpower, the public and private started working together. Manufacturing companies were asked to ramp up their capability, and the fact that we began an extensive and very, very successful plan into building India's vaccine. And the result of this, in addition to that, the underlying COVID strategy, so that not only were 2 crore people given vaccination or 2 crore vaccination doses, and almost 1.2 crore people had 2 vaccines, therefore creating the safety that we have today for us to move around. But beyond that, and what is so commendable and so reflective of India's global thought process, or the Prime Minister's global thought process, is that 50% of the world's vaccines were manufactured in India, and many, many countries were given vaccine even as our country was. So this has created a vaccine diplomacy on an unprecedented scale. In addition to the medicines, the private sector and the public sector standing together, the innovation of creating new beds, the telemedicine, the vaccine like I mentioned, the quick ramp up of oxygen. We had this difficult period and then the ramp up, the communication strategies. Each of these are reflective pillars of a well-coordinated, fantastically masterminded strategy, powerfully executed. During that time, I was not only the president of FICCI, and what a time to be the president of FICCI, but also, in Apollo hospitals. So I saw the medical side, I saw the industry side. We've had many meetings with the government. And I must say that many of them went on till 11 o'clock in the night. Every decision of the government came to us quickly, came to us thoughtfully, and they were asking and listening. So we saw a new phase of working together, which I think will always remain in our memory. And it deserves a big clap. But moving forward, I want to say with great confidence, we began our hospital 40 years ago when people had to go abroad for advanced treatment. And over the last 40 years, we have seen sea change in the capability and the quality of the medical profession and the doctors. But the amazing thing which we have seen in the last 9 years is the access of that. So the Ayushman Bharat, which is spread across the country, 37% of the population covered, over 5 crore treatments being done, and 60,000 crores gone into treatment costs in the public and the private sector. So the framework has been laid. And in addition to that framework, we're now seeing the Ayushman Bharat digital mission. We're seeing 1,27,000 health and wellness centers. So it's treatment, it's coverage, it's affordability, and it's prevention. So I think the foundation is well set. I'll end with one last excitement. Not only can India take care of its own people well, not only will we do research and bring out innovation, but India has become the medical tourism hub for the rest of the world. We are currently at number 4. And I believe that we will very soon become the 2nd largest destination in the world for people traveling to India seeking healthcare. And so I just look forward. There are many young people in the room. Please take the benefit of alternate medicine and allopathic medicine. Use yoga, use Ayush, use healthcare, stay healthy, because India has a great future ahead of us, and that future lies with all of you.